All right, guys, so I wanted to make this video to highlight some of the things that a professional kicker like Jason Myers does that makes him so successful. Now, these are all taken from Nick Novak's Instagram channel, but nonetheless, I really do think if you want to see more of these videos, first of all, you can go on his channel. He has really awesome content of professional kickers from all over traveling. Tristan Vizcaino and Jason Myers are some of my favorites to watch right now because he posts them in their workout phases. We don't get to see a lot of the behind the scenes stuff of what they do to improve. So it is very helpful to have that kind of resource for you guys to go off of. So Jason Myers is an amazing kicker. He is my favorite just because of the fact that he's so smooth and efficient with everything. I think he's 5'8". I've met him once. And he's smaller. He's a shorter guy than me. But the reason why he's so successful, apart from his leg speed, is his ability to maximize everything on every single kick. He's not leaving any weight back. He's not crunching down. Everything is working for him in order to make the ball go farther, faster. And he's always working on improving his strength and getting stronger. But he is very consistent because of the little things that he does, which we're going to cover right here. So we'll do a full run through on this video, and then we'll go back and kind of break it down. So one thing that I really like about him is his ability to stay consistent with his approach line. What I mean by that is his body never leaves this line. So it'll always stay down this line. His swing starts at about 1 o'clock for him, and then it finishes downfield, which we'll cover in a second as well. But my favorite thing is his ability to stay on his approach line because his plant foot is right about here. But he is very disciplined in the way that he approaches the ball, and he doesn't allow himself to sway left or right. Some guys, they'll come in and they'll start their approach going straight, and then all of a sudden they veer off and then come back, and then they swing off to the side again. Those types of inconsistencies are a big reason as to why they're missing all these kicks. So for Jason, what he does really, really well is he stays on his line very well, like I said. So everything is going to be going down that path and that swing the whole way. As we call it, the train tracks. All right, once he lands, see how tall his body is? His body is really, really tall, which is important. Very important. That is not a good line. So a nice tall body allows his leg to get up through the ball and not allow any of that weight to get back, or not allow any of that weight to stay back at contact. So one awesome thing about him is his body posture, but also his leg swing. So watch his swing here. It's starting at about, like I said, 1 o'clock, and it finishes down the middle. Beautiful, beautiful. Watch it one more time. All right, so this is just another angle of that same kicking session that he had. Again, what I really like about him is his discipline to keep everything the same, because if you were to watch a kick of his from 2021 and then go back to 2017, it'll look a little different, but everything will almost always look the exact same in his approach and everything. So another thing to note is watch his right hip. It's pointing on the left side of the ball, or almost at his plant spot, which is nice because it keeps his body aligned the whole way through, and it's not coming in and then coming out and then hopefully getting downfield, because oftentimes if you're starting with your hips here, your next step is there, and then the next step you have to come back and then you sweep. It's just this constant moving part that could easily be eliminated. So the easier you can keep your body aligned, the better. But here he comes in. Again, his line is really, really good, and his hip is pointing at the plant spot almost the entire time, and it doesn't move. If you watch his right hip the whole way, it's staying disciplined to the plant spot. All right. Another thing, his backswing is really nice. It doesn't cross the butt cheek as far as height wise. It stays nice and level with that, because oftentimes if guys' backswings come here, that means that you're chopping at it as you make contact, or the timing can be off, where some guys that have a high backswing, they might hit it clean, 6 times out of 10, because you might be chopping below it and hitting ground pretty good, which is a big issue why a lot of guys have those like knuckleballs or the high spinning kicks. But if you do have a low backswing like him, it's really easy to get all of your energy back behind you and then whip through it a lot easier. So right here, you can see that since it is low, he's able to whip through the ball much more cleanly. All right, and then the contact is a thing of beauty for sure. So if you zoom in there, for him, his contact is on the left side of the ball. So the middle is right here, and he's hitting way inside, which is perfect, because if you're hitting on the inside, the ball, it will not be allowed to go way left. Because if you hit on the outside, like some guys do, you'll hit it and then it just goes way left. That's physics. Physics will not allow you to hit a ball on the far right side or the far left side and it to go straight like one would hope. Otherwise, if you hit on the inside, the way that your foot forms to the football, somehow, some way, but not getting too deep into the details, when you hit it on the inside of the football as opposed to like the dead middle, that's called the inside panel. That allows you to get a much nicer pop on the ball because it forms to your foot and then it ends up hitting dang near dead center, and then it pops off and goes straight down the middle like a beautiful, beautiful kick. All right, and then the other thing again is he is hitting it with that big bone on his foot right next to the second shoelace. All right, so for some reason it's not letting me highlight it, but you get the idea. And then the other thing that's really nice is his body is staying nice and tall, but look at his shoe. Like his shoe is just as high, if not higher than his head at contact. So ideally you want to get it about, I'd say, chest height or hip height at least. Chest height is even better, but he's getting it damn near at his eye level, which is freaking sweet. And look at how quickly that ball get up there. So definitely a talented guy all the way through from start to finish. All right, we're going to break this one down as well, and then we will be done with this video. So like we already talked about, his approach line is great. His body posture is awesome. His right hip is fantastic throughout contact and the approach as well. And the follow through is another amazing thing of beauty. So when you mix all of those things together, along with his swing path, because one other thing to note is he starts his swing at like 1 o'clock and then he finishes dead center. So watch his follow through. That allows you to get your right hip through and not come across the ball like most guys will, where they come and swing and their hip goes way over here, like Steven Hoshka. He is a big fan of swing across follow throughs. I'm not, and a lot of other guys aren't, because what happens if you do happen to hit the ball just a little bit? It's going way left or way right if you're a lefty. And whatever we can do to make our swing more efficient and powerful in the right direction, the better off we'll be. So I just wanted to make that very, very clear, that swinging straight and staying disciplined with your hips, staying tall, having good contact, hitting it on the right part of the bone, those are all essential points to being a good kicker. And there's a lot of things that we've covered today that I really do hope has helped you. But at the end of the day, like, none of this stuff matters if you don't take action into it. Even if you're just watching for fun, I would really appreciate it if you could like, follow, and comment on this video, and or subscribe, follow, subscribe, potato, tomato, all that fun stuff. But I do really, really appreciate any support you guys could give me. I love this stuff, and I really do want to help anyone that I can. But you could also check out the links in my bio. I have a couple other resources that can help you. But the most important thing to me is the ebook that's coming out later this year. That is going to be huge. Exactly, Nick Novak has contributed to it, and I'm very, very fortunate to have him and his wisdom in there. It's just, I've asked dozens and dozens of kickers a set of questions that everyone has been wondering, I'm sure, for years. Just mindset stuff, like how do they prepare for a game? What are some things that they do to prepare? How do they overcome stress? And a lot of other really important questions that a lot of people might be wondering. And I've asked some of the most elite and popular and famous kickers. You guys don't want to miss it. It is going to be huge. And Matt Amendola as well, he's on there. But nonetheless, I could ramble on forever, but I really do appreciate all the love and support you guys have shown. And I really, really, really hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We will talk soon. Bye-bye.